So let's take a look at, now we're going to look at Unit 6, Lesson 4. And this is section 3.3, page 209. And we're working with integers. Multiplication and division. Okay, multiplication of integers. Basically, if you have a negative a times b, in other words, if you have a negative times a positive, your answer is going to be a negative. If you have a times a negative b, again, you're multiplying a positive number times a negative, and your answer is going to be a negative AB. But if you're multiplying a negative a times a negative b, your answer is going to be a positive AB. So it's like these negatives cancel each other out. They cancel out. And of course, when you have two numbers, two positive numbers multiplied together, of course, we've always known they're going to be positive as well. So we want to say that when the signs are opposite, when our signs are opposite, our product is negative. When our signs are opposite, our product is negative. Okay, and when our signs are alike, our product is positive. And that's like the second two. Okay, when our signs are alike, our product is positive. Okay, so and the same thing holds true for division. If we have negative a over b, a negative a over a positive b, our quotient, our answer is going to be negative a over b. Now you can keep the negative in the numerator, or you can put it off to the side like this. You just can't keep the negative in the denominator. Okay, that's just not in most simplified form. So if you have a positive a and a negative b, our quotient is again a negative a over b. Again, you want to have it off to the side or move it up to the numerator, but you don't want to leave it in the denominator. Okay? Now when we have a negative a over negative b, now you have negative divided by negative, and now you get a positive quotient. Positive a over b. It's like the negatives cancel, and so you end up with a positive. And of course, when you have a positive number over a positive, that again is going to be a positive, just like we've always worked with.
All right, go back to the first one. You have a positive in the, would you say numerator?
Okay, here a negative is in the numerator.
Right, so you keep that. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
Okay, you keep it.
So, in other words, there's no other negative to cancel out, So you have to keep the
Right.
negative. The only way this negative is gonna go away is if you can multiply or divide with another negative, just like with the multiplication property. So the properties are the same for multiplication and division. You have to have two negatives together to cancel out to make it a positive. If there's only one, then you keep the negative. Here there's only one negative, you gotta keep it. Here there's two negatives, so they cancel each other out and you get a positive. Okay? So in writing, when the signs are opposite, the quotient is negative. And that's what we had with these first two. And when the signs are the same, the quotient is positive. Okay? So that's sometimes when it's written down in words, it's a little clearer. Alright, so let's take a look at some problems.